Make sure you don't go too far. I'll be watching you. Hey, what's going on, great beloved soul for peace? This is Soul Man, Sad Soul Brother Asa'YAH, live and direct outdoors, as you can beautifully sense the presence probably through this video record. That it's a calmness, a stillness in general. But I give all praise and glory to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Asa'YAH, background in Hebrew spiritual faith. You know, that means I am that I am. And definitely shout out through Yahushua Mashiach, the salvation message of light. But I want to quickly talk about as we break this bread. Remember, the key goal is shop conscious and shop inconscious. And also remember, what flows in is what flows out, and what flows out is what flows in. So I want to go ahead and talk quickly about talk basically about breaking bread. Also, this is beautiful, great offspring right there. The man seed that y'all can see, the prophetess, the chariot, the joy of hope, sunlight reborn. She's over here, you know what I'm saying, practicing with the staff. And in Hebrew, in my background, spiritual faith, it means lamed, and the pictograph shows that the meaning means control. So yeah, that's her right there. She's just joining the part, so she probably be in and out. But basically, I want to talk to you about, you know, the topic of the subject, a matter about don't believe the specific hype about aliens. You know what I'm saying? You really got to take a moment and just kind of take that in a thought for just a quick, brief moment. And yeah, so she's very excited a little bit about the camera, but take that as a brief thought for very quickly. Hopefully you can hear me very well, clear. Is that it's kind of interesting me. I'm just being honest. Now, every time, like, I don't know, is it every year or every month or whatever, they, you know what I'm saying, the cinema, the media continues to put this picture before mankind. And I'm sure if it was a live outdoor movie scene, I'm sure the animals by all means would be observing it too. But it's kind of interesting me when mankind paint this picture like to society, like, yo, we're fighting against some aliens, you know, and like the aliens got some beef with us. It's just or if they don't got beef with us, they, you know what I'm saying, they want to kill us and stuff like that. Well, first let me break this thing down to you. First of all, in the terminology, the definition of alien means like somebody from a foreign country. So when you look at this picture, to try to be relaxed, don't do too much. When you look at this picture, you really got to stand back and say, hold up, man, there's some crazy shiz that this image before a TV or screen, whatever, is painting a picture that we are actually fighting against some, they call it extraterrestrial. But it's crazy because we're in reality, not for my background when it comes to spiritual faith, even in the Muslim faith, maybe even some Buddhist faith too, when it comes down, these aliens are not really necessary aliens. They're like literally spirits. They're entity, higher power beings. So in scripture specifically say they are angels. And there are the good side and there's the dark side. Like once again, the movie Star Wars paints a clear picture. So basically, when it comes to showing that these people we're fighting against aliens, actuality, what these big producers are basically saying, yo, we know this information that aliens are actually angels, and all we're going to continue to do, we're going to have to keep repainting this picture, basically brainwashing the mind, saying that we want you to think that you are actually fighting against an alien. But when in actuality, you're not fighting against it, you're just actually you're acknowledging an angel and this higher power spiritual being. So we have to step back and say, hold up, why is this picture being painted before us? That's the first question. Second question, why are we accepting that? Third question, why are not we not individually researching that? Just hold on, sweetie. Just you know what I'm saying, just for a fact. And then another last question is, why would I even want to fight against an alien? You know what I'm saying? So in these movies, they be always showing that they're interested. They want to know more about them, or they want to know more about us. The reality, me paint a clear picture for y'all. These angels, these higher, superior, powerful entity beings, by all means, already know about us. I admit, yes, they are curious about us because they're constantly watching man 24/7 at every single natural piece of creation and element, watching 24/7 how we're going to operate, and how we're going to operate before the big eyes of the Creator, before I am. And this is some interesting thought on that nature. So when it comes down to it, you know what I'm saying, I would say no. There's a clear, beautiful scripture that literally says in the book of Ephesians, it said we don't fight against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against wars, against evil spiritual wickedness in high heavenly places. So even the scripture specific, the biblical ancient literature textbook says that we're not fighting against flesh and blood. We're not fighting against no blood stuff. We're fighting against actually principalities, dominions that we can't even get a missile and shoot them with because it won't be nothing. It won't affect them. So the only message that will affect, that will bring more clarity to the son and son is about means deal is Yahushua HaMashiach, because it was in Yahushua HaMashiach's specific journey of life on his temple, and his life is recorded in the book, that he even had angels coming down ministering to him when he did his 40-day 40 fast. And I'm not even gonna say honestly that was the only time they did it. I believe they constantly came in and out of his personal individual life, his simple life on earth, and they kept communicating to him. They kept watching. They kept doing, you know, in a constant direct communication. So when the media is painting this picture, we have to really stop and pause and say, why is you painting this negative pictures when, first of all, I don't want to fight against no alien. I don't want to fight against an angel. If I can even get some assistance or some support, some help in his life with assistance of the angels and contact and communication with the creator higher power within, and all the answers are there within these temples, then by all means, yes, let's find out how to communicate them, not praise them, not worship them, not start to make altars and stuff like that for them. No, let's just acknowledge them. Let's say thank you for your presence. Let's give the credit, all the praise I am for them. And as far as the ones that's on the dark side, the entities that's on the dark side, oh, by all means, I'm not going to personally give no honor and credit and praise for that in general towards the creator for them in general. But we have to really say, so don't believe the hype, don't believe the trend, because in Yahushua HaMashiach, by all means, this clearly could be clearly understood. And I'm not going to say there's no Jews, that's in same term means knowledge and wisdom, excuse me, from, you know, from people even observing Buddha, or even observing being Muslim. I'm sure there's some wisdom there, but in general, just society, don't believe in this trend. Don't follow this hype, man. I mean, if we continue to see how they make the same message over and over and repeat it over and over again, how they constantly just keep saying we're fighting against this. These things want to kill us. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the dark side of them, the entities, the ones that's actually dark, yeah, they want to kill the temple, but they want to do it in a way of one word: possession. They want to drain the soul. They want full possession of the soul. So we have to understand that these temples, by all means, are simply on contract. These temples are not necessarily ours. Yes, we're bearing with this responsibility of how to live in them correctly, but in actuality, we have the credit over these temples. That's the contract. And by all means, we need soul insurance in that contract, because it's Yahushua HaMashiach, and once again, can bring clarity and wisdom and all of that. So when it comes down, if you want to lease your temple, I would say, yeah, be in communication with your creator within. And then in general, thank you, sweetie. And in general, what we continue to do, we continue to acknowledge the reality. Because right now in 2018, the entities, correct, are moving fast. And they specifically have their own specific agenda. I'm talking about ancient entities. I'm talking about gods, foreign ancient gods and stuff. So that's occurring. But thank you for your time, and I really want to really make this very specific and very specific and critical to make sure that hopefully the viewers, guys, it's 8 minutes long, but once again, don't follow the hype of the trend that aliens are like literally enemies. They're not, but there are the dark side. Stop the chart. They are the dark side of sorry y'all, but of the entities in general, which is the dark forces. But thank you for your time. Yeah.